It's difficult to explain why fear dominates us so much. It seems like it's always present in our lives, preventing us from moving forward, trying new things, taking risks. Fear paralyzes us, makes us doubt ourselves, and makes us question whether we're capable of facing the challenges that life presents us. Perhaps it's because fear is a natural reaction of our bodies and minds to situations we consider threatening. It's as if an inner voice says, "Be careful, this could be dangerous." And often, this voice stops us from doing things that could actually bring us happiness, fulfillment, and growth. But on the other hand, fear can also be a useful tool. It can help us evaluate risks better and make more conscious decisions. The problem is when fear becomes excessive, preventing us from living fully. Perhaps the key to dealing with fear is to recognize that it's there but not letting it dominate us. We need to have the courage to face our fears, to try new things, to take risks and live life fully. We need to remember that life is short and that, in the end, what really matters is what we did with the time we had. Have you ever felt fear? That fear that leaves you paralyzed, makes you tremble, sweat, and makes you want to run away from everything and everyone? Well, fear is an emotion that can affect us in many ways. When we feel fear, our body goes into a state of high alert, preparing us for a possible threat. The heart races, breathing becomes faster and shallower, and muscles become tense. And this can happen at any time, anywhere, and with anyone. It's as if we're ready to fight or flee. Fear can paralyze us, preventing us from taking action or making important decisions. It can make us feel insecure and vulnerable and even lead us to avoid situations we consider threatening. Moreover, fear can have lasting effects on our mental and physical health. Chronic fear can lead to anxiety disorders, depression, and other mental health problems. It can also increase the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and other stress-related physical conditions. That's why it's important to learn to deal with fear in a healthy and effective way. We can't let fear paralyze us and prevent us from making important decisions or even living life fully. Fear can be a powerful tool to protect us in dangerous situations, but it can also harm us if not managed properly. Seek help if you need it, talk to friends or family, seek therapy, or simply try to face your fear head-on. Remember that it's possible to overcome fear and live a fuller, happier life. I understand how fear can be suffocating and limiting. It's normal to feel afraid, we all do at some point, but when it starts to control our lives, it's time to take measures to deal with it. I understand that fear is weighing on you and it can be difficult to deal with this constant feeling of insecurity and apprehension. It's natural to wonder why fear haunts you and where it comes from. Fear can be influenced by many things, from past experiences to future concerns. It can be caused by traumatic events or simply by the uncertainty and unpredictability of life. However, it's important to remember that fear is not something you choose to feel or something you deserve. Fear is a natural response of our body to dangerous stimuli, and we all experience it at some point. The good news is that there are ways to deal with fear and overcome it. Don't let fear paralyze you. There are several ways to deal with this feeling and overcome it. One of them is to learn relaxation techniques, such as meditation or deep breathing. These practices are capable of calming both the mind and the body, helping to control the anxiety and tension that accompany fear. Meditation is one of the best tools to help us overcome the fear that dominates us. When we meditate, we can connect with our inner self, our essence, and this helps us see things more clearly. By focusing on our breath and the sensations of the body, our mind calms down and we can reach a state of emotional balance. It's as if we can see things from a broader, more distant perspective, which allows us to better evaluate the situations that cause us fear. In addition, meditation also helps us develop our ability to deal with emotions. When we meditate, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, which allows us to better understand the nature of fear and, thus, face it more effectively. For all these reasons, meditation is one of the best tools to help us overcome fear. It helps us find a state of inner peace that allows us to deal with situations in a more serene and balanced way. It's as if meditation helps us connect with a source of inner strength that gives us courage to face the challenges of life. Sometimes, when we are overwhelmed by fear, it seems like there is nothing that can help us feel better. But the truth is that there are simple techniques that can make a big difference. Another wonderful technique is deep breathing. It may seem like a simple thing, but deep breathing is a powerful tool for alleviating fear. When we take deep breaths, our body receives more oxygen, which helps to relax the muscles and decrease blood pressure. It's as if deep breathing can send a signal to our body that everything is okay, that there's no reason to go into alert mode. In addition, deep breathing is also able to decrease cortisol levels, the stress hormone. When we're afraid, our body produces an excessive amount of cortisol, which can make us even more anxious and tense. But by practicing deep breathing, we're able to reduce those cortisol levels, which helps us feel more calm and relaxed. So if you're struggling with excessive fear, try practicing deep breathing. Close your eyes, take a deep breath through your nose, hold the air for a few seconds, and slowly exhale through your mouth. Repeat this process several times and feel how your body begins to relax. You'll be surprised at the difference this simple technique can make in your life. Sometimes, fear can consume us in such a way that it seems like there's no way out. It's a suffocating, paralyzing sensation that makes us feel powerless and unable to move forward. But believe me when I say that talking about fear can make all the difference. It's hard to admit that we're afraid, that we're vulnerable and in need of help. But there's no shame in feeling fear, we all go through it at some point in life. And believe me, talking about it can be liberating. Talk to someone you trust, someone who can listen to you without judgment. It can be a friend, a family member, a therapist. It doesn't matter who it is, what's important is that you feel comfortable sharing your fears. And if talking isn't an option, write about your fears in a journal. Put your emotions on paper, without worrying about grammar or what others will think. Write whatever comes to mind, let your thoughts flow. Talking about fear can help put it into perspective and discover ways to deal with it. You may realize that your fears aren't as scary as they seem, or that there are possible solutions to face them. Don't let fear dominate your life. It's important to face it gradually and safely, instead of avoiding it completely. When you avoid your fears, they tend to grow and become even more frightening, making you feel even more incapable of dealing with them. By facing your fears, you begin to develop courage and confidence in yourself. Start by facing less scary situations and gradually increasing the difficulty level. That way, you'll be able to realize that you're capable of dealing with your fears and that they don't have as much power over you as you thought. However, it is important to remember that facing your fears does not mean exposing yourself to dangerous or risky situations. Always consider safety and evaluate risks before facing your fears. Seek professional help if necessary, such as a psychologist or therapist, to guide you through this process of facing your fears. Remember, fear can be a paralyzing feeling, but when you learn to face it with courage and determination, you can overcome it and become stronger and more confident. Don't let your fears control your life, face them and free yourself. Many people deal with this feeling daily, and there are many resources available to help you overcome it. Do not hesitate to seek professional help if needed. Be kind to yourself while facing your fears and remember that each step towards overcoming them is an important achievement. You have the power to control your fears and not allow them to define you. Try to identify what is causing your fear and how it is affecting your life. It is important to be honest with yourself about your fears and how they are hindering you from achieving your goals. Once you have identified your fears, begin to face them gradually. It is normal to feel uncomfortable and even scared when facing your fears, but this is part of the process of overcoming them. You can start with small steps, such as facing a situation that you would normally avoid or having a difficult conversation with someone. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Having the support of friends, family, or a professional can make all the difference. Having someone to talk to can help alleviate the pressure you feel and provide a different perspective. Finally, remember that overcoming fear is a continuous process and takes time. Do not expect to get rid of fear completely overnight, but celebrate every small victory along the way. You are stronger than your fears, and I am sure that with determination and courage, you can overcome them. I hope this information has been helpful for you to learn how to deal with your fears. Remember that you are not alone and that many people also face their fears daily. Do not allow your fears to prevent you from living fully and achieving your dreams. Seek help when necessary, practice meditation and relaxation techniques, and face your fears with courage and determination. You are capable of overcoming your fears and becoming a stronger and more confident person. So do not give up, stay strong, and keep moving forward. I hope this video has been helpful for you in learning to deal with your fears. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to receive more videos like this. Thank you for watching and see you next time.